Hey, y'all doing this Rob Burn make a preacher manner on being the snarf set of retro TV 91. This time I'm doing the Christmas blessings. This time I'm reviewing Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. And what this Christmas special is about is Rudolph and Frosty meet up with one of Rudolph's friends. He's a hot air balloon driver, but he also delivers ice cream. And he's about to marry this woman that works at the circus for her mother. And they can't get married because they're about to lose the circus because it's in debt. And before this, Winterbolt, the villain of this special, is going up against the Aurora Borealis, the Lady of the Aurora Borealis, and she puts him into a sleep for thousands of years. And after this, Santa Claus comes from the North Pole and he starts making domain there. And then her power fades away, and Winterbolt wakes back up, and he wakes up and sees Rudolph and everybody, and he's trying to stop Santa and take Santa's spot. That way he can get more power. The only way to do this is to stop Rudolph. That way Santa can't get through the fall that Winterbolt's ice dragons make. And to do this, Winterbolt has to make Rudolph do something bad to dimmer out his light in his nose. And the way he does this is he orchestrates Rudolph and Frosty going to this circus on the seashore during the 4th of July, and he makes these amulets for Frosty and his family. That way they can stay from keep from melting while they're there. And at the ending of the last firework of the next night, they will melt. And Rudolph and Frosty are helping in the circus, and they make enough money to get the circus out of debt, but Winterbolt gets this reindeer that Rudolph used to know to trick him to steal the money. That way Rudolph's nose will go out, and this reindeer tricks Rudolph into doing this, and Rudolph steals the money and gives it to the competition thinking that he's a cop, but he really isn't, and then Rudolph's nose goes out. And he can't tell nobody, or Winterbolt's going to make Frosty and his family melt. And the only thing that's keeping them from not melting is Rudolph keeping his mouth shut. So he keeps his mouth shut, and then Frosty gets this idea of there's got to be something Frosty could give Winterbolt to get Rudolph's nose back. And Winterbolt goes to Frosty and tells him, "Give me your hat and I'll give Rudolph his nose back." Knowing Winterbolt ain't got the power to do this, and he takes Frosty's hat. And after this, Rudolph goes after Winterbolt and gets the hat back, and he gets his nose back as well. And he goes to the police and tells the police what happened, and he clears his name. And then Winterbolt's threatening Frosty and his family and is about to make them melt. And he says he's unbeatable as long as he has his staff. And the woman that's over the circus takes her pop guns made out of titanium, throws him at his ice scepter and destroys it. And if his ice scepter gets destroyed, Winterbolt turns into a dead tree, and this is what happens. And then Santa Claus at the end of the special finally makes it there. See, the whole time Winterbolt's had his ice dragons making this storm. That way Santa Claus can't get to the circus in time to save Frosty. But he makes it just in time, and what happens is Frosty and them melt after Winterbolt's defeated. And Big Ben from the last special I reviewed, Rudolph's Shiny New Year, goes to get Jack Frost, and Jack Frost keeps Frosty and his family alive while Santa Claus takes them back to the North Pole. And that's all that really happened on the special. If y'all have ever watched Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, what did y'all like about it? As always, Christian and Andy sign out. That's usually awesome. We're going to show TV 91. So,